It's beautiful. What's just sitting there? Look at that nugget. Another beautiful big gold nugget. That's the nullarbor. Let's hope we can find some gold. Alright, so I just opened it up a little bit. I don't think the weather's going to be too much of a bother with me now. So yeah, there's definitely more gold down there. Now the dirt around this could potentially hold gold as well. So I might just pile that up. And like I've always said, you never know what you're going to be going home with at the end of the day. So it shows you they're still out here. Boy, imagine if that was full of gold. Any of these rocks can be holding gold now. Alright, could be the end of that rock, which is a nuisance because that's, I don't know how far that one's going to be travelling, unless there's something down in here. Uh-oh. It is that rock. Oh, beauty. It does, it shifts. Oh man, look at the size of this. Now, I figured it was down here somewhere on the end. I think that was the end I was looking at. I'm hoping I'm wrong and it's still in there, but it's not looking good. Let's have a look at the top of it. Trouble, see, I'm not really getting a signal out of this side. Down there I am. Underneath it I certainly am. Is it something caught in this bit of dirt? Probably not. Now this dirt you can see is wet from all the weather we've had, so you couldn't really dry pan this or do much with it. So I'll come back to this spot. I'm not finished with it. I'll drag all this rock back to the truck or work out how to get it back and come back here with a pan and a sieve, get some of that dirt and at least have a look at that and keep detecting. So that's that big specimen. I've cleaned it up, brought it home, cleaned it up, and just on the outside around here See a bit of gold coming through there. So I'm going to crack this one open. I've been looking forward to doing it. Bit of gold coming through there. There's a bit more over there too, I think. You got to look at it through the loop. Had a reasonable signal, if you remember rightly, coming out of it. So that's my biggest specimen to date. About 15-20 kilos, I guess. Looking forward to breaking that open. And there's a little bit of the gold that I'll be getting out of this rock. A few flakes there, some fine gold there, some funny colours there, iridescent blues and greens and yellows. You can see the gold in there, but it'd be hard to get that stuff out. It'll be super fine. All through the rock too. It's fine. A lot of it's just going to float off. I've already floated some fine flowery gold off just by letting it sit in the pan for a while. It'll float to the surface and then suck it up with a syringe. Keeps me busy. Gold all through the back of that bit too there. Next is to turn it into dust and put it through a flour sieve. This is a piece of rock that I picked up to break that first signal with. So when I got that first signal, the maxing out signal, I just grabbed it off the ground. I can see gold here, through there, and some good gold in the end here. I don't know how well that comes up, but I've just gone up there to grab that bit just to have a look. All the rock from that area has some form of gold or another in it, so it tells me that it was just one big piece. The gold's come up through the rock there. It's a prime spot, so I'll get to smashing this up and have a bit more of a look, see exactly what's in it. But this is all part of a saying what you found. Here's some more examples. Some gold there in the end. It's got fine gold in it, but as long as you see invisible gold, that's a good sign. There, you see the gold in the end here. Some nice flakes again, slithers. Seen some in that bit too, or is that the same bit? Oh no, that might be it there. Yeah, some more there. So while it's got this sort of gold in it, you can see the fine gold there at the tip of my thumb. Right down through here as well. Now this bit obviously didn't give off a signal, even though you can see gold in it. So it's good material. And as I figured, it would come up through the ground in a lot more places than just the few pieces that I grabbed. So it could end up being a really good find. You can see it's pretty well crushed up. It's got to go through the sieve yet. Then what's left can come back out here and be crushed down again. It's now got to go through this flour sieve that I use. The finer you get the material, the more gold will be released. Shouldn't probably do it in the house because of the dust. But it's pretty windy out there today, so this might be the best way. And then it's just a matter of getting it through that sieve. Some of the gold will have, like that piece there for example, make a nice nugget. I'll pull those out and actually soak those in a bit of acid to get the last of the rock off them, rather than crush them right up to real fine. There's a much nicer big piece of gold there. Same story, in a bit of acid. That's a good few grams, that piece right there. There'll be quite a bit of that through here. I'll get all the fines out, and the rest of it can go back out in the dolly pot. And until it all goes through that sieve, it won't be panned. And there's the end result. After crushing it in the dolly, putting it through that white flour sieve, there's my fine powder. So that can be now panned off. And then it's just a matter of side to side. Just wash the material off, don't throw anything out of the pan, just let it wash off the top. You're in no rush. Keep getting it to the bottom. Just 10 or 15 seconds like that. A bit more wash off. If you do see gold coming out the sides, stop. You will lose a little bit. That's not what you want to see, so that's why you do it so slow and gradual. And you just keep panning it till you've got very little left in there. You don't want to expose that gold until you have to. Once you expose that gold, it'll want to flow. Alright, let's have a look. Spin it around like that, wash them sands away. There's still gold in what I've just washed down, and you can see the gold at the back of the pan there now, hopefully. And you can also see, now that I've exposed it, you can see it floating. And you can see, as soon as that water gets to wash over this, you see it picking it up? It literally picks it up. And that's how you can get a lot of your gold, that fine stuff if you want. You can float it off just like that. I've got 3 grades of gold here. Got the real fine stuff. So I take out, there's a couple of little lumps that I take out as I go along. But that's predominantly real fine. So then there's this size. This is 2nd grade. And then there's the real obvious stuff that just, well, you can't miss. It's a nice big flake there, about 3 grams, 2.95. And plenty of good sized chunky bits in there. And it's just a piece of bedrock that's broken up under pressure, heat, weathering over the millennia. And I got specimens up that hill, so they've broken free of it at some stage and ended up to 30 metres down the hill, so it's had plenty of time to travel. So I've got a good signal coming out of this piece. As well, so there's gold there on the end here, a little bit of fine gold just in the end here, 3 little specks I can see. So that'll be bits of specimen gold coming down the hill here. Probably see that a bit clearer there now. So it's just a little bit more of that ironstone that's broken away. But I do suspect there's more gold down in there, and there'll definitely be more of these specimens around the place. Nice big flat piece. Look at that little guy, perfect camouflage. like a rock. It's actually a creature. Is that his little feelers there? That's as far in as I can zoom. What a little beauty. It's a solid gram, 1.5. Beauty. We know there's gold here. Well, it's nearly empty, but that's a gamma hole. See water down in the bottom there. Take a bit more rain and she'll fill back up. The animals would know about that little spot. Some real stony country in here. Nice little washes everywhere. I've just been following this little gutter up here and there's all these bones. They're animal bones. And I follow the bones up through here. And there's a hole in the rock there. So that's probably a dingo lair, because there's a carcass right there in the ground. And it's not that old because I can still smell it. And there's water around here for that gamma hole, so probably see some dingoes out here. They pretty will leave you alone. There you go, little holes there and there. And there'll definitely be more around in this sort of country. It's hard to navigate and tough on the legs. But it's worth it if we can find some gold. Nugget. There's your wild noise. Look at the shape of that. Yeah, solid 2.5 to 3 grammer. I think it's got a little bit of ironstone in there, and that's why I can't scratch that dirt off. It's actually ironstone just in the end there. But a wild old signal, eh? And another nice one for the collection.